Good morning. Genesis chapter 13. And we left off with Abram going down into Egypt, all that stuff with his wife, coming back out with more than he went down with. Now it says, and Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. I mentioned something about this in our little thing about Job over the weekend. A godly rich man. You don't see it a lot, but it's in here. And Abram's one of those guys. It says, he went out on his journeys from the south, even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning. Going back to where he started, between Bethel and Ai. Unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called upon the name of the Lord. And Lot also, which was with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents, and the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. So they just got so much stuff, and it's causing strife. We're fixing to see there's so many of them together, and anytime you get that big a crowd, you're going to have strife, aren't you? He says, there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled in the land. Just kind of stuck that in there, didn't it? And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If you will take the left hand, then I will go to the right. But if you depart to the right hand, then I will go left. Abraham, he's growing at this point. He's already seen how God's blessed him since he left. Even when he got down into Egypt and did a few things he shouldn't have, God was still with him. So I think at this point, Abram's like, you know what? I'm good. Whichever way you want to go, you choose, because I know God's going to take care of me. And Lot, we'll see the difference between that, a faithful decision versus a carnal with your eye decision, because it says Lot lifted up his eyes, and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar. So this was a good looking place. And that's what caused Lot to make his decision. It says, Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. Heard of that place, didn't you? He says, but the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look toward the place where you are, northward, southward, eastward, and westward. For all the land which you see, to you will I give it, and to your seed forever. I will make your seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. And earthly people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Arise and walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto you. Then Abram removed his tent, and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord. And you're going to see that about Abram, because he's doing what God told him. Get up. Everywhere you look is yours. Go walk through the land, and that's what Abram spends his life doing. He's a man that lives in tents, and everywhere he goes, he builds an altar to the Lord, and prays to him, and offers to him, and it's good to have a place to go to talk to the Lord, isn't it? You know, my exciting life, I'm either at work or at the house or at church. So I've got my place marked out where I go talk to the Lord in all those places. Good to do that. Anyway, that was a short chapter. That's it for 13. Show up tomorrow and we'll move on down the line. God bless you.